WMAC, this is your boy, the Coach live on the Coach Show live. Man, I'm sitting here at my desk getting ready for my next crowd of people to come in here, and we're going to go in there and we're going to lift. All right, well, this is a response to DJ C. DJ C, I'm going to go ahead and start off, man. I did listen to the video, but I kind of want to touch on the first thing. I don't know, you said you're showing your face and you don't have anything to hide. Well, I don't know. I guess, are you insinuating that I'm trying to hide myself? Because if you're insinuating that, man, you got body. In the comment section, how many of y'all have actually seen my face? And you can say, hey, I've seen his face before. Like, plenty of people done seen my face. Genesis Green done seen me a lot of times. Tay Brown know what I look like. Combo Breaker 99 know what I look like. Okay, like, Valentina said I was handsome. Karina Rodriguez said I was handsome. Okay, hell, Denise Killhost done seen my face. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, many people understand, like Dennis Espinoza know what I look like. Okay, X.A. Goucher 23 know what I look like. Okay, who else? Mary know what I look like. Like, come on, man, cut it out, man. I only show my face on this channel, and everybody know this. I only show my face on this channel if I'm doing an interview. That's it. If I'm doing an interview, that's when I show my face on this channel. That's it. Okay, that's how I've always rolled. I've always rolled like that. I've always put myself out like that. If I'm doing an interview, I show my face. Okay, have no problem showing my face if I'm interviewing somebody. But if I'm not interviewing anybody, why do I need to show my face? And furthermore, why do you care if I'm showing my face? Why do you need to see what another grown man face looks like? What if you want to see me? Go look at some interviews. Okay, I don't hide. My name Coach Shelton Harrison. Everybody know my name. Why am I hiding? Okay, but let's go ahead and get back to the video. Okay, man, I watched the video. I watched it. I watched the whole thing. Hell, man, I agree with some of the points. You know what? I'm going to take back. I'm not going to say Irene Aldana hadn't evolved. I'm going to say she has gotten better with takedown defense, okay? I'm going to, like, legit give you that because you made an amazing point. Her takedown defense has gotten better, but to me, her wrestling has not gotten better, okay? And I don't know. Maybe it is getting better. Maybe we just don't see it. I just don't see her wrestle for her to put that on display. Her submission defense have gotten better, okay? But to me, when I watch Irene fight, she's mostly trying to box, okay? That's what I see the most of. And I'm not saying she don't do those things. I'm not saying that. But she does do a lot of boxing. Like, that's what she loves. That's what she does. That's what I see the majority of, okay? But I'll agree with you. I do think that her submission defense is better. Her takedown defense, I don't know, man. I got to take it back. I'm not so sure her takedown defense has improved, man, because, Nunes took her down like it was nothing, man. And Holly Holm took her down like it was nothing. And yes. You said that, she was injured, had a foot problem. DJC, I got to tell you, man, to be honest, no fighter's ever 100%, man. They're all dealing with something. If you want to hear me tell it, when Valentina, when she actually fought Alexa Grasso, I can tell you Valentina was injured. But the thing of it is, the fighters, they go in and they fight injured, okay? Valentina ain't going to tell you and use that as an excuse. I know how she got injured, and I know what was injured. I know. I'm pretty close to the Shevchenkos. So, but the thing of it is, man, it's the fight game. Nobody's ever 100%. They not. But my question is, if Irene was really that hurt when she fought Holly, why did she get in the octagon? She got in the octagon because she's a fighter. She got in the octagon because that's what she does. She got in the octagon because she didn't want an excuse. So don't give her an excuse. She went in that octagon. She got her ass whooped by Holly Holm. Okay? And I think if she fought Holly again, I don't think she can beat Holly. I just think Holly Holm, to me, was too strong. Yeah, and I'll agree with you. Holly Holm did hold her down on the ground. But Irene was having a tough time with those positions. Holly Holm, that's a strong person, too. So when I see two people handle Irene on the ground like that, and recently Nunes, okay, what are we working on? Like, what are we really working on? Because the training videos of Irene that I see, and that's just it. It's just training videos, okay? Because Irene could be doing a whole bunch more. I'm pretty sure she is. but she does a lot of, strikes, a lot of kicking, a lot of that stuff. And I'm not saying she doesn't wrestle. I'm just saying when she gets into the octagon, it's one of her skill sets that I don't think she relies on the most, which I think that mentality got to change. It's got to change. Like Grasso, okay, yeah, I was wrong. I picked Valentina to win. Now, I am picking Valentina to win this second fight, but you were right. Okay, absolutely. I don't have the need to be right, in my 40s all the time. I don't have the need to be right. You guys can be right, but I'm picking Valentina to win the second fight, okay? Irene Aldana, to me, what was never as skilled as Grasso anyway. And I've always contended, I've always said that Grasso was a better fighter than Irene. I mean, pound for pound, skill-wise, okay? I've said that. I've said it over and over and over. To me, Irene has great stand-up. But to me, I just don't think she's that efficient on the ground. Okay, you can, put up photos of Irene, getting out of submissions and throwing submissions on. That's fine. You can put those submissions on, but hell, she's not good at it. She's not good at it. It's just not something that she's very good at. Maybe it's something that she's working on, but I don't see it when it's time to fight. Irene is a creature of habit. She go back to sticking and moving, sticking and moving, sticking and moving. That's what she do. Okay, I mean, I'm not lying. That's what she do. Okay, I don't see her getting past Juliana Pena. I can't see it. I can't see it. And if Juliana Pena can take the best shots, I'm talking about Juliana Pena got her ass destroyed by Nunes. Took Nunes' best shots. Shots that would normally just drop a person and stop them cold. Juliana Pena ate them shots. You don't think she's going to be able to eat them shots from Irene? I'm just saying, I just think Juliana Pena is a horrible matchup for Irene Aldana. I think Juliana Pena goes in, and I think she takes the belt. That's my view. And remember, okay, you gave Grasso a chance against Valentina, absolutely. But I gave Juliana Pena a chance to beat Nunes, and I want y'all to remember that. I was the only one that said that Juliana Pena could win that fight. So, okay, you good at picking winners. I can pick a winner. It's no big deal, okay? I just don't see it with Irene. I don't. She don't have that killer instinct. It's not, and yes, and I call the Ketlin knockout, I called it a lucky punch. Irene was shocked. Like, she was literally shocked, okay? She was shocked that it happened. Like, it's like she wasn't expecting it to knock the girl out. But shout out to Irene. I don't know. It don't seem to me like Irene was actually expecting that to happen. But you know more about her. Maybe she did. Maybe she did expect it. Hell, it just seemed Irene looked hella shocked to me. She looked surprised as hell when she got that knockout. Grasso, to me, they fight stylistically different. Grasso won't stick and move. Like, Grasso will stand and she'll hold her ground. And Grasso will engage. Irene she won't engage. Like, Irene fights a lot of time off her back foot. That's my criticism of Irene. And if she fights a person like Juliana Pena, that's not going to work. Okay, she's going to have to submit Juliana and stop Juliana. Like, Irene not putting people and armbarring people to death and not choking them out. She's not doing that. You're going to have to stop Juliana Pena. That's a fact. Because Juliana Pena will rarely let it go to the scorecards. And the fact that she escaped Nunes, Juliana Pena mindset, and she told me this, Juliana Pena told me this off the camera. She said, Coach, she said straight up, she said, listen, she said, my mindset is, you're going to stop me. But we're not going to the judge's scorecard. I'm fighting to the death. That's what Juliana Pena told me. She told me that. She said, I don't want it to go to the scorecards. She said, either I'm going to get that person out of there or that person going to stop me cold or that person kill me. And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, Juliana, you got a daughter? And Juliana said, but that's a fighter. And she told me, she said, you have to think like that. She said, you can't go into a fight and you don't have a killer instinct. You can't go in there. She said, you can't go in there like that. If you go in there passive, she said, somebody will end you. Somebody will end your career. Somebody will make you a vegetable. Juliana Pena told me this with her own words. And she said, that's why she fight the way she do. She said she got to fight that way because if she don't fight that way, her career is over. And Irene, to me, don't have the killer instinct. Irene Aldana, she athletic as hell. She hella athletic. She moves well. Okay, I think she's got some of the best movement in the octagon, hands down. But where's that killer instinct? I don't know. My perception, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, stick and move, why not, actually stand? Why not trade? You got good head movement. Irene moves her head. I mean, think about it. If Irene stood and boxed somebody and just stood there, Irene could probably slip a lot of the punches, man, that people throw, block a lot of the kicks. Irene got good damn defense. But it's like she chooses to stick and move. And that's the annoying part of Irene. That's annoying. Whereas Grasso, Grasso will engage. Grasso will actually engage, and she'll stand and she'll trade and she'll let her hands do the talking. Okay, I get it. You were right about that. But Irene Aldana, she's no Grasso. She's no Alexa Grasso. Like, they don't fight the same. They got totally different skill sets. And when you break down the two fighters, and I'm putting this on Patreon, they got the same coach, but stylistically, they're totally different. They're night and day. See, I'll tell you this, Alexa Grasso will get finished. And here's why. Let me go ahead and tell you why she'll get finished. She'll get finished because she's going to engage. Irene Aldana will go 5 rounds or 3 rounds, and she may get a couple of strikes off. Okay, she may touch the person a few times. But Irene Aldana, she's not going to stand. She's not going to stand and push the pace of the fight. And to be a champion, you can't do that. Holly Holm figured that out. You remember Holly Holm used to do that damn point fighting, and then try to box at a range? What happened when she fought Miesha Tate? Got her ass choked out trying to point fight. Point fighting in MMA, shit don't work. And I noticed that Irene does a lot of point fighting. I noticed that she's comfortable point fighting. It don't work. And it didn't work against a true champion like Amanda Nunes. She tried to point fight against Nunes, got her ass whooped. She tried to do that against Holly Holm. I'm sorry, she got her ass whooped. Okay? And yes, the common denominator with Irene getting her ass whooped is that on the ground is Irene Aldana. That's her kryptonite. Okay? Yes, takedown defense is a part of it. Submission defense is a part of it. Yes, that's evolution. But what are we doing after that? You can't spend your whole career having takedown defense and submission defense. You got to be doing some of the taking down. You got to be trying to do some of the submitting. That's what you got to be doing. That's what I mean by evolution, okay? That's what I mean. I watch Irene do a lot of defending, okay? More so. Grasso used to be a defensive fighter in the beginning. She used to be, and she was good at it. But this version of Grasso is very defensive, but she's also offensive. And I think that's where Grasso, and you pointed this out, that's where Grasso began to evolve and have a different mindset. See, Grasso, her name was called the Wolf. And I used to always say, well, damn, she's not fighting like a wolf. Well, when she fought Valentina, she fought like a damn wolf, a hungry wolf. Irene Aldana don't have that killer instinct. And if she walk up on a Juliana Pena, she gonna get out of there. I mean, Juliana gonna get out of there. If she fight a Jermaine Durandame, if Jermaine Durandame would have come back, Jermaine Durandame gonna put her out. I'm sorry, I don't think she can beat Holly Holm again. I just think that when it comes to, I guess, the actual octagon IQ, there's only so much defending that you can do. There's only so many points or point fighting that you can actually do before somebody learn how to cut off that octagon, before somebody invade your space, before somebody engage you in close quarters. And when they do, to me, Irene stand up in close quarters, to me, is not great. When Irene fights at a distance, she's very effective. But what happens if Irene would just let her hands go? Like actually truly engage? I mean, Irene could probably knock a whole lot of people out, but she's not willing to do that. That's what I'm getting out of Irene. She's not willing to do it. Now, have she done it on occasion? She have, but then when she get hit, like she tried to engage Nunes. Did you see how hard Nunes hit her? Like Nunes hit her hard, and what did Irene? Irene immediately disengaged. She disengaged. Like sometimes when you get hit that hard, it make you think. You start thinking like, damn, do I want to have my head scrambled? I'm talking about like when somebody punch you flush, you have to make some decisions. Do you stand there and get knocked out, or do you try to use your head movement and try to return fire and counter? It's a split-second decision when you're in there fighting. And you ask any fighter, ask Brittany Neiman. Ask Brittany Neiman, when she got hit, she had to make a decision. Do she stand in there and trade, or do she wrestle? Or do she retreat? Those are decisions that fighters have to make all the damn time. I think Irene is gonna have to learn how to be. She's gonna have to learn how to actually wrestle and initiate the wrestling. And Irene's strong enough, she's big enough to take people down. And if Irene can get on top, she can win some of those positions. Now, the problem with her will be is will she get submitted? But still, if she initiate the grappling and the wrestling, if she do that and start wrestling, it's gonna throw everybody for a loop. Because you want to know in the second fight with Nunes and Pena, what happened? Juliana Pena wasn't expecting Amanda Nunes to wrestle as much as she did. Oh, Amanda went in there, she was on fire. She took that fight down, she took it to the ground. Amanda Nunes went in there with a whole nother purpose. Irene Aldana got the body size to wrestle, but will she get in there and actually consistently do it? That's what I'm saying. So I don't think Irene sucks. Matter of fact, I will never say a fighter at that level suck. I won't. You can't give me a fighter. Even Molly McCann. I don't think Molly McCann suck. A fighter like Molly McCann can beat a Joe Blow, can whoop their ass. Absolutely. Okay? So I don't think even Molly McCann suck. Now, there are things that Molly McCann don't have that makes her a less effective fighter. But she don't suck. So Irene don't suck. Irene is athletic enough to figure this stuff out. But will she do it? Because if she run up on Juliana Pena, she's going to get beat. She's going to lose that fight. And I'm telling you straight up, she's losing that fight. I don't know. Maybe she's going to evolve enough. I don't know. Y'all thought Nunes was an animal. Juliana Pena is fucking crazy. Okay? Crazy. And I'm talking about like, not in a good way. This woman already has on her mind that she's willing to suffer irreparable damage to her body in order to win a fight. Do you think that person is wrapped too tight? Because I've heard fighters, I've even talked to fighters that said, if my health is in danger, I ain't gonna fight. Juliana Pena, like, I don't give a F about my health. But I touched on some of the points. Man, hey, the response video, I do agree with some stuff. And yes, I'm not above saying that, hey, I said some stuff wrong. Yes, Irene has evolved. Yes, you're right. Her takedown defense is better. But now what? What is she going to do next?